this would not be a Tiana Renee video without me drinking some form of Arizona. Hey everybody, and welcome to this video. This is going to be a makeup tutorial on this look that I have on right here. Now, for those of you thinking, if you're watching this on the day of uploaded, you probably think, this is like my version of a St. Patrick's Day look, which, I mean, I guess, sure, happy St. Patrick's Day. Yay. Honestly, I've never really celebrated St. Patrick's Day other than pinching people when I was in elementary school, so I don't really know what it is or anything. So, but yeah, if you guys celebrate St. Patrick's Day, happy St. Patrick's Day. Have fun, be safe, all of that jazz. But I actually was inspired to do this look by a photo that I saw on Instagram, and it's from ADRIENNE BAILON, and I just think that she's so gorgeous. But specifically this look I saw and I was like, I need to do that look. Like, it's so pretty. I'm so obsessed with it. Oh my gosh. So this is my take on this look. Hopefully you guys like it, and if you want to see how to get it, then just go ahead and keep on watching. Alright, so I have my inspiration photo here, and her skin looks very hydrated, very dewy and gorgeous and just amazing, and my skin is nowhere near that. So first I'm going to just start off by priming my face, and I'm going to use my Smashbox Photo Finish So Chill Coconut Priming Water. I'm almost out of it. I have a third left. So nice. Then I'm going to take the primer that I've been loving recently, and that is the Star Primer from Makeup Revolution. And this is a water gel primer with anise extract. I don't know what that does, but all I know is I really love the consistency of this primer. It's super smoothing, and it feels like a gel moisturizer. Honestly, it just feels really nice. So yeah, the only thing I don't like about it is it doesn't really do much for my pores, but I can just go in with a different primer and focus on my pores. I just love the way that this feels on my skin, and I'm here for it. I don't know if you can really tell, but it just makes my skin feel super smooth, and I really like that primer. So now I'm going to go in with my Tatcha primer. Honestly, I'm just trying to use this up, but as I'm sure a lot of you know, there is a drugstore dupe, the e.l.f. Putty Primer. I have that one as well. I'm just going to try and use this one up, so because I have a tendency to find new products and then completely abandon my old ones. Then I have half-used products that are just sitting there expiring. So I'm trying to use this one up before I really focus on the e.l.f. one. So if you see me using this in videos, that's not to say that I don't like the e.l.f. one or that the e.l.f. one's not good. I just don't want to waste product, you know? I'm just focusing this on the areas that need a little bit more smoothing and where I have larger pores. So pretty much down my T-zone. So I'm going to go ahead and let those primers settle into our skin while we move on to the eyes, just because we are using more color on our eyes and stuff like that. So I want to do my eye makeup first, just in case there happens to be fallout. It's just an easier cleanup process. So yeah, I'm going to start off with framing my face, which means doing my eyebrows. So let's do that. So I'm going to be using a combination of products. I'm going to be using my ColourPop Brow Boss pencil as well as my Catrice Eyebrow Stylist, and I've been really liking both of these products and combining them together for a better shade match. So in the picture, her eyebrows look pretty much like a very natural shape, like a slight arch, but nothing too crazy. It's pretty rounded, so I feel like my eyebrows can they're kind of very similar to the natural shape of my eyebrows, so I'm not going to do anything too crazy and different here. So let's just go ahead and fill them in. The color that I'm using in the ColourPop Brow Boss pencil is Soft Black. Alright, so now that we have kind of the base of the brow done, I'm just gonna go in with the Catrice Brow Stylist, and this one is in the shade Perfect Brown. And I like that it's not as dark as the other one because it gives me more of like a natural look, you know, like you can still see my brow hair so it doesn't look like super fake and like drawn on, but it does fill in the sparse areas. So that's what I like. Alright, then I'm going to go in with the Catrice Eyebrow Filler Perfecting and Shaping Gel. I'm just going to use this to set my brows. So I feel like we have a pretty good eyebrow shape going on. I'm just going to clean it up a little bit with concealer on the underneath, and then we'll move on to the eyeshadow. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and prime my lids. I'm just going to be using this NYX Lid Lingerie Matte like eyelid base. And I'm just going to use that as my primer today. Then I'm just going to set that with a little bit of powder. I am going to use probably 2 palettes. Okay, so I pulled 2 palettes because this is the eye look right here. It's so pretty, and I thought like perfect for St. Patrick's Day. Like, I honestly don't celebrate St. Patrick's Day, but if I did, like, you know, I don't know. So this is what the eyebrow looks like. It's more of like a tealy color, but yeah, so I pulled my Jaclyn Hill palette. This is the Dark Magic palette. So I pulled that because it has a lot of like deeper greens and like more of the matte kind of shades will probably go in from here. And I also have my Urban Decay Born to Run palette because I think that this shade right here is literally just like the perfect shade for the like lid. So yeah, I'm probably going to be using a combination of both, but for my initial crease color, because it doesn't look like she has a lot of warmth or anything in the crease, it kind of almost looks like she went straight in, or her makeup artist or whoever did her makeup went straight in with like a dark like green bluey matte shade, but I'm not very confident in myself to just go straight in with that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with a almost skin toned shade, like a very neutral, almost skin tone shade. So I'm going to take Weekender right here from the Born to Run palette, and I'm going to start off with that in my crease just because I feel like it's going to help to blend out any other shadows on top, hopefully. We'll see. And so you're not going to see like a lot of difference, like it's just creating a very, very slight depth to my eye, but that's exactly what I want because I don't want anything that's going to look super pigmented in that crease, because I want it to look like I just went straight in with a deep matte colored shade in my crease, when actually I didn't. I just feel like this just makes me feel safer. I don't know. Also, I forgot, I literally just got the new, well, it's not new to me, Jaclyn Hill like eye master collection. So yeah, I have all of these JH brushes that I'm super excited to try out. Honestly, I wasn't really pressed when these came out to get the brushes, just because, you know, I love Jaclyn Hill, I love her videos, I love all the makeup that she's come out with, like all of her palettes and stuff. But when it came to brushes, I just felt like I have a bunch of brushes already in my collection. It's not something I necessarily needed, but I was at Ulta and they do have the 20% off running for their like drugstore kind of section, and Morphe does apply to that. So I got it for 20% off, and then I also had a lot of points. So I pretty much got this whole collection for $11, which is super cheap because it's originally $39. So I got it at a very, very good steal. So I figured, let's try out these brushes. So they're so new. I know you're supposed to like wash your brushes before you use them, like any new brushes, but honestly, I've never done that and I'm not going to start today. So, you know, if you're into that, go ahead, do your thing, but I don't. So I'm just going to go in with the JH32 brush and go into the Dark Magic palette and use this shade right here called Inside Job. Just gonna start at my crease and start blending this shade. Now I'm gonna go in with more of the color and kind of just stamp it for more pigmentation. I'm gonna take the JH41 brush, which is her like all over shade brush, I guess, and I'm gonna take the shade Big Sky right here from the Born to Run palette and put that on my lid. I'm going to take my MAC 217 brush and I'm going to go back in with that that Inside Job color. And really work right here in the crease. Alright, so now I'm going to take the Jaclyn Hill JH40 brush with a little bit of Inside Job and bring it over here. Right there. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of clean up the edge of that shadow. So I'm just going to take a makeup wipe and some micellar water and kind of go straight. I'm just going to take that Power Cut shade by itself and kind of pop that into the inner corner. Yeah, so that's all I'm going to do for the eyeshadow. Now I'm going to go off camera really quickly. I'm just going to pop on these lashes. These are the Corset Lashes from Kiss, and this is their Lash Couture Triple Push-Up Collection. I love these, especially if you have hooded eyes. I think these are a really good dramatic lash where they don't kind of overtake your whole look. So I'm going to pop these on really quickly and then we'll go to the rest of the face. Alright, so I am back and the lashes are on. So now I'm going to move on to the face. And her face looks super dewy and glowy and gorgeous. And I kind of want to use these Color Effects glitter drops. I think I got these in one of my BoxyCharms. And I've never really used it. And it's super glittery and I don't know. That's the kind of look. No, these are like super glittery though. Yeah, no. Okay. First, I'm gonna put a little bit of concealer like on my dark spots and pimples and stuff like that because I'm trying to get an as perfected look as possible. Then what I'm gonna do is just get a fluffy brush, any brush, get a little bit of face powder and just kind of buff that into the concealer. I'm saying a little bit, like I mean a little bit of powder because you don't want it to be like cakey. Like when you put the foundation on top, you don't want it to kind of look cakey, so we want a very thin layer to kind of just set that concealer in place. So now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go in with my Catrice HD Liquid Coverage Foundation. This foundation is so amazing. The only downside is I don't think it has enough undertones or just foundation shades in general. It's super terrible, but the product itself is really good, so it's like, ugh, so annoying. So what I do is I just mix in the LA Pro mixing pigment in yellow because I have more of a yellow undertone. This is definitely like not, more like peachy undertone, and it's just not my shade. So I mix those together, but also just to give me that beautiful like shine that she has in her skin, that beautiful glow, I'm going to mix in some of this Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in Spotlight. I think this is, I don't know if this is like their primer or what, but it has like a doe foot applicator. I think it came in like a little free gift or something, and I've never really used it, but hopefully it's gonna give me like a little subtle glow to the foundation. It might not, who knows, we'll see. So let's make this concoction and see what happens. Do you see that coverage? Oh, it's just such a good foundation. It's just the freaking colors. Like, Catrice, come on now. Alright, so now to conceal. She has a very highlighted look on, but the foundation is already a little bit too dark for my skin tone. So I'm just going to go in with my regular color and then also just use like a brightening powder. So I'm going to use my Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Tan Sand. And I'm going to take a powder and just set my under eyes for right now because I'm going to kind of let it bake. I don't usually typically bake. So obviously would not be a video of mine without a technical difficulty, and I did not realize that my camera had stopped recording until a while down, so you did miss me setting my face with my Collab Set the Stage powder. Then I used two brand new products to me that I loved, and I'm so sad that you guys didn't get to see me use in this video, but I did use my cream contour stick from Wet n Wild and the new Morphe bronzer in Mega Bronze or something like that. I don't remember, I'll put it down below, but yeah, I used those for the first time and I loved them, and so you'll definitely see them in future videos. I'm just so sorry you didn't get to see it today, so let's just jump back into where I finally realized I was an idiot and I was not recording. I'm so sorry, please forgive me. Okay, so I don't know where it stopped recording, but hopefully you didn't miss too much. But basically, I use this Wet n Wild stick contour to do like a cream contour. Then I went over it with the Morphe Glamour Bronze Face and Body Bronzer, and then used some of that on my body, like my chest, to even it out because my body and face were not matching. So now I'm going to wipe away this bakage under my eye. I never bake, but I feel like for an Adrienne Bailon Houghton look, like you have to. So hopefully I did her proud. Now I'm going to go in with the Dubious Place Bella bronzer. It looks like this. It looks super intimidating, but this is such a beautiful, gorgeous color. Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed. So you honestly need the tiniest bit, and I'm just going to put it like my cheeks, obviously. So I'm just going to take literally like barely any, and you see how much I got on. and it's still like a lot of blush. This blush is so pigmented and it's only $8. Like, what? What kind of craziness? Now I'm going to spray a little bit of the e.l.f. Hydrating Coconut Mist just to bring some life back into my face because I'm looking really matte and she's nowhere near matte. I recently got really into these ColourPop Super Shock Cheek highlighters. And I'm obsessed. Like, they're so beautiful. I think it's perfect for this look. So I'm going to go in with the shade Lunch Money. And just kind of highlight down my nose. So she has some right here. And then up her nose right there. And her nose looks so much more snatched. So, you know what I'm going to do? Snatch my nose a little bit more. So I'm just going to take this Milani bronzer in Suntan. Okay? We're not playing games here. So now I'm going to go back to the eyes. So honestly, the under eye is super simple. It doesn't look like she has really any makeup underneath her eyes. She definitely has like a cream color in her waterline. So I'm going to take the Wonder Pencil in Deep from NYX and use that in my waterline. Then I'm just going to take the e.l.f. Smudge Proof Mascara and use that on my lower lashes. Alright, so I'm going to take this Makeup Revolution lip liner in Bow Down. These are almost like sticky. I don't really prefer that lip formula, but I just needed more of a browner lip liner. That's all that really I had right now. Now I'm going to take this matte satin lip cream from Milani in the color Lavish. Then I'm going to top that with the Milani lipstick in Bahama Beige. I'm going to go in with She's Here So Juicy Lip Plumping Gloss from ColourPop. Alright, so this is the final look and I really like it. If you guys know me, sorry I'm like looking at myself in the mirror. If you guys have been watching my videos, you probably know that I am not one to really use a lot of color, especially like greens and jewel tone colors. So I think that this is just such a gorgeous look and it really helped me to kind of step out of my comfort zone. And yeah, I just love like the really bronzed glowy skin. And it's just so gorgeous. So hopefully you guys like this look too. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Make sure to subscribe if you guys want to catch more videos from me, because I definitely have more videos coming. And yeah, thank you guys spending your time here with me on my channel. I definitely appreciate it for sure. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.